We watched that new one. You've probably already seen it. It was the one that was Stories to Tell in the Dark. And they made it into a movie. That one was pretty good. The ending's a little corny, but the movie, the meat of the movie is pretty good. And it's pretty, like, there's some good jump scares in it.
I'm casting my line just... You're going with the captain to investigate Ramire Village soon, aren't you?
Ooh.
It feels like so long ago that you two came here.
I'm into that. I liked the scary movies to tell in the dark because it kind of felt like a grown-up version of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like it definitely, ooh, you're welcome. It definitely felt like it stemmed from like, me too, I know, I am too. And now that I have someone to watch spoopy stuff with, it's even better. Zach actually enjoys spoopy. I don't have to torture him with it, which is nice. Not that I would ever torture him with it on purpose. But I might.
Hey.
Let me garden first before Manuela. Harvest! Ooh! Got some gardening prowess. Let's plant Morphus seed. Where the fuck that is? What movie is like Are You Afraid of the Dark? Stories to Tell in the Dark or something like that, I think it's called. The way it moved, the creature near the end, the one that like came in pieces out the thing. The one that scared me the most was like the very scary, fat, smiling creature that just like walked down the hall.
Wait a minute. What you've got there, please, could you let me have that? Here, I'll give you this in return.
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
Fantastic.
Scary stories?
Thanks, Professor.
Scary
You have no
stories.
idea
A
how
fire
happy this
amulet.
makes me.
Oh. Thanks for the fire amulet, B.
No, 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 no. Wear it.
Woo.
No, no. Hello, Professor. You want me to help out with you? Just say the word, and I'll help however I can. Don't worry, it's only...
Sick.
I know you figure medicine and magical healing are two ways to do the same thing, but it's way deeper than
Yeah.
that.
I loved those books when I was a kid,
Medicine
too.
is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy, stuff like that.
Word, bitch. Cool. Oops, someone else to talk to. Oh, Caspar, what you doing in the flowers?
Hey, Professor, did you see that my father came by during the Battle of the Eagle
The
and
fat
Lion?
smiley one, yep, I hate it. That's the worst one. That one scares the shit out of me. Ugh, that's like a nightmare I would actually have.
He left soon after, but I saw him talking to Edelgard first.
Yeah, oh, I hated it. Everything about it. I think that story was
I
called The
wonder what
Room.
they could have to talk about.
I hated that one. Scary shit.
Yeah, he's pretty important in the Empire. I thought I mentioned it to you before. He's the Minister of Military Affairs.
Ah.
Still, though, I could have sworn those two didn't get along. What's this? What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
What's this?
He's into training. Fuck, I don't have anything specifically for him.
Thanks for this, Professor.
He likes flowers.
Thanks for this, Professor.
This is all self-serving, bitch.
Thanks for this, Professor.
Made me really scared. Man, it's not often that a movie really makes me scared. So there's this one scene I've never forgot, and it's in, I think it's on House on Haunted Hill is the movie. There were two movies that came out right at the same time. One was called The Haunting, and one was Haunting on House on Haunted Hill. One was really scary, and one was really corny. And like had a story about this woman who became the mother of all the ghost children in the house. Not that one. That one was corny. Or maybe it was that one. No, I think it was the other one. It had Catherine Zeta-Jones in it, and there's this part where they go in the basement. I think it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. Fuck, it's been so long since I saw it. Anyways, there's this part when the reporter goes in the basement and she has a camera, and through the camera she can see these really creepy, because it's like the hotel they go to is like this old mental hospital. And when she goes into the basement, the camera can see like creepy old surgeries being performed on patients and stuff in rooms, but when she puts the camera down, she can't see it. But every time she puts the camera up, the things are getting closer to her, and they move with like those creepy, jerky movements. That always freaks me out. I don't know what that is. That weird, like, inhuman movement, jerky, like, move really fast. House on Haunted Hill, was that the one? Yeah. Fuck that shit. And then, so it basically attacks her and you don't see her anymore. And then when people go looking for her, they find a cabinet of all of her organs taken out of her body on perfect display. It's real creepy. Good. Can you tell stories like I do, just mixed up all over the place? Like, I don't remember specifics. I'm bad about it. Oh yeah, Hostel fucked me up. Hostel fucked me up a lot. But that scene, like creepy things that move very quickly I can't see or run from, scare me. Scare me. That scared me. The Babadook kind of scared me. The ending ruined it for me. I thought the ending was kind of corny. But just the thing, like, and the kids like playing hide and seek with it basically. Ah! That freaked me out. Wait, was it? Was it Catherine Zeta-Jones? I don't remember. I don't think it was now. It was some hot brunette. I think it's the hot brunette that plays the original Jean Grey. That hot brunette. Do you know who she is? I think she was the chick in it. And it's like her and her rich husband try to throw a party, but all the wrong people get invited and they blame it on each other. God, it's old. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was House on Haunted Hill. Yeah. That one fucked me up. The first Final Destination fucked me up, and I'll tell you why. When the teacher, this is a really old movie. This is from when I was like in a middle school, so no spoilers. The first Final Destination movie, the teacher is like standing over her monitor for her computer, and back then it was like one of those big box monitors with the big ass sticking out of it, and they had all the vents on top to vent out the heat from the monitor. This is before probably a lot of your time. And she has a drink and it drips into the monitor, and then something shoots out of the monitor into her carotid, slices her carotid, and she bleeds out in silence on her floor. That fucked me up. That whole movie fucked me up. That scene, I've always been scared of electronics and drinks ever since then. I just think about it and I'm like, Also, movies about stalkers freak me out. The movies that are like real case scenarios where people like are stalked or kidnapped and kept in a basement for years. Oh yeah, the one where the guy slips in the shower and hangs himself. I think about it constantly. Actually, not a funny story because it's terrible, but when I was in Thailand, they had in every shower we went into, they had one of those drawstrings you could pull across to hang your laundry on. And my mom kept pulling it out and leaving it out when I would go to take a shower. And I was like, bitch, if I hang in this shower in Thailand and nobody finds me, it's your fault. Why are you doing this? And she was like, I'm gonna dry my bathing suit. I'm like, dry it on something else. Fears. Shit like that. Yeah, real life shit like, bitch, I swear to God. Oh, fuck you up. I love you, Mom, but no. Yeah, that shit fucked me up. For surezies. It's nighttime. Yeah. That was a fucked up one. If you ever saw Joyride, that one freaked me out. It's where these kids like start fucking around on a CBC radio, but they end up contacting this guy who calls himself Candy Cane or something, and he goes after them. It's scary. That's a scary one. Oh, I watched one recently. It was Candy Cane. Yeah. Huh. That's Joyride. Another one I watched recently, it's not really a horror movie, and it's actually pretty new. It's called Nocturnal Animals, I think. Either Nocturnal Animals or Nocturnal Creatures. It's basically this girl gets a book in the mail from her ex-husband, and she reads it, and it's a story, and the story she reads is so fucking creepy. If you haven't seen Nocturnal Animals, I think it's called Nocturnal Animals or Nocturnal Creatures, someone correct me. It is really fucking good. Really good movie. I've watched it a couple times now. Just fair warning, it is not for children. NSFW, lots of titties and sex and whatnot, and rape. It's rough. But it's basically about a kidnapping. It's about your car breaking down on the side of the road and these crazy kids drive up and like kidnap the wife and daughter, and it's just like your whole time your heart is like in your chest. Like it's an anxiety driven, but it's a good one. Really good. Lady Wolf, what's up? How are you? What was the movie called again? I believe it was called Nocturnal Animals. I'm just gonna look it up for you. I have my phone right here. Nocturnal Animals. Yep. Nocturnal Animals came out in 2016. I guess it's not that new. But I just saw it recently and I've already watched it twice. It has, I have to tell you the actors, Amy Adams, Jake Gyllenhaal. Those are the two main people in it. Also Michael Shannon. If you don't know who Michael Shannon is, he usually plays a bad guy. He played General Zod. He also played in The Shape of Water. He was like the evil military guy that gets his fingers cut off. Really good actor. Really, really good movie. Just watch it. It's so good. Scary though. Trigger warning, rape, shit like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, if you ever want to just shoot horror movies, me and Taters, we're like giant horror movie sluts. We can just shoot back and forth horror movies all fucking day. I love horror. Another really good one that's kind of horror, if you haven't seen it yet, is called Stoker. Stoker. It has Nicole Kidman in it and a couple other pretty famous people that I can't think of the name of, and you probably wouldn't know their names, but like when you go look at the movie, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know all those people. They're all pretty famous. That's a really good one. It's more like suspense, silent horror, like lots of ASMR. Stoker is really good. I watched one last week called The Platform. I think it's a Netflix. Ooh, I watched that one. Oh my God. Razor Dance, I completely forgot. Zeke and I watched that. Platform is really fucking weird. Oh my God, watch Platform. My mind is still fucked on Platform. I still don't know what happened. That movie was a fucking roller coaster. Watch Platform. If you like horror, like psychology horror, holy shit. It's very similar to like The Cube. If you guys ever saw Cube back in the day, Platform reminded me of Cube a little bit. Watch it. So good. Oh, but fucking weird. Makes you uncomfortable. Oh, and it's also not in English. It's not in English. Yeah, Rope Guy, the crazy murder girl, fuck, just them pissing on the food and shit. I just can't. It was wild. Wild. Watch Platform. It is fucked up, but it's not in English. Is it in Italian? Is it Italian, I think, or Spanish? It's not in English, so you do have to read subtitles, but worth it. There's not a lot of dialogue. God, it was such a fucking weird movie.
Well done. You have my thanks.
I think Spanish then, yeah, it didn't even matter. I got so into it, I did not care. It was worth every second. This show is wild. Lavender? Ooh, is it a horror? I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You go back to work on Monday? Boo.
This is wonderful.
He loves me. All right. I think... Oh, we have another conversation. Just kidding. I see you in the dining hall. I thought we were done. We're not. A blue... Oh.
Professor.
Definitely The Platform. That was wild. That's a recent one I watched for sure. That was... I mean, it's a thriller, horror, gore, make you think. Bye, I'm Jarbar. I'll see you tomorrow, Honeybean. Dangerous Lies just came out on Netflix. Ooh, I haven't seen that yet. I think my sister mentioned it, though. I'll have to watch it. Eloise bores me.
Hello, Professor. I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit?
Go away.
Oh, surely there must be something. Don't be shy about asking for help. We're practically siblings, after all, cut from the same cloth. I was raised by Gerald just as you were, so we should have no trouble getting along. Huh? Did I not mention that? How thoughtless. What an embarrassing gaffe. My
Embarrassing
parents
gaffe.
died when I was small, and I came to live in the monastery.
Oh.
It was an aimless existence. But sometimes a knight would pass by wearing magnificent armor. That knight was Gerald. And the first time he laid eyes on me, he made me his squire.
I haven't
What was
seen
he
Hush
thinking,
yet.
huh?
I saw Birdhouse or whatever that one was, and I saw the other quiet one. What was it called? Oh God, it was with the guy from The Office in it. I don't think it was called Hush. I saw Bird Box. There was another one we watched recently though, and I can't think of the name of it. I don't think it was called Hush. But it was a silent one where like noise made the things come. A Quiet Place. That one was pretty good. It didn't make me scared though. I was not scared at all in that movie. Ooh, it was okay. Oh, bummer. I was really looking forward to that movie. Oh, taters. There's a second one coming out? Really? That'll be interesting. The birth part in it was weird.
No kidding. I don't think I'll ever fully understand his logic. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of a terrible plague. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age, so Gerald thought me a suitable replacement.
I saw Us and I saw... Wait, no. I saw Get Out. Is Us the second one? I saw Get Out. Get Out was really good. I have not seen Us yet. Get Out was fucked up. I also saw that new one on Netflix called Mama. I won't spoil it for you. It's really fucked up. It's got the chick... She won a couple awards for The Help. She was in The Help. She was the maid that was like, eat shit. She's a great actress. She like becomes the cool chick in the neighborhood that invites all the teenagers to drink in her basement, and then it gets weird. You gotta watch it. Midsommar. Yep, I've watched Midsommar a couple times. I really like that movie. The more I watch it, the more hidden stuff I see in it, which is really cool. Is Us really good? I heard it wasn't as good as Get Out, but I still want to watch
Little
it.
nutty old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. Quite a character. All that was more than 30 years ago. How time flies.
The trailers do it justice, man. It is creepy.
Actually, I'm not entirely sure. You never asked him?
You didn't ask him.
Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged since then.
I liked it too. It like made me uncomfortable. I liked Midsommar in the same way that I liked the movie The Witch, or I think it's just called Witch. Is it The Witch? The one about the family that like gets cast out of their village and has to go live on their own, and then, you know, baby goes missing, blah, blah, blah. That one made me really uncomfortable. Midsommar, I watched it on Prime. No, because it doesn't have that fuck in it. Wicker Man had that guy in it. Us was great. It was a different plot. I was not expecting. Ooh, I'm excited to watch it.
Over drinks, he once told me, perhaps that's a story for another day.
Merman Witches, I have watched The Haunting of Hill House twice now on Netflix, the whole series. I love it. It's so good. The ending's kind of corny, but the whole meat in the middle is really fucking good. And every time I watch, I find a new ghost, which is cool.
At any rate, that's Gerald for you. One of a kind. I don't think there's anyone else quite like him.
What thriller horror movies made you laugh really hard? I mean, if it makes me laugh, it didn't really do its job, right? Ooh, you want to know another good horror movie that's older? 13 Ghosts. 13 Ghosts is great. That's a creepy one. I'm trying to think of something horror that made me laugh.
Right. Well,
13 Ghosts
now
was
you've heard my
damn
whole
good.
story.
It's these people inherit a giant glass house from like some crazy uncle or something that died. So the family goes to move in, but this house was actually designed to trap ghosts in it. So if you look at the glass really up close, it's got a million little words sketched into it, and it's actually like spells in the glass. But the family has no idea, so when they move into the house, they accidentally start releasing ghosts, and the ghosts are fucking horrifying. It's some of the best ghost special effects shit I've seen in my life. Very gory, very gross. and each of the ghosts has a different backstory. So like you can actually go online, or like in the movie, I think they kind of give you the backstory of every ghost. Like to give you a, for instance, there's a little kid with an arrow through his head that shows up in the house. The Juggernaut, dude, not the Juggernaut. What was the one with the cage on its head? Like the crazy one that had the straitjacket on? That one scares me because it moves like that. It does that crazy fast, like jerky movement. Yeah, the ghost backstories are really good. 13 Ghosts was great. The dude with the, yeah. That one scared the shit out of me. I hated all of them. The cut up chick and I'm not gonna ruin it. You guys need to watch it. 13 Ghosts is really old. Most of you have probably seen it. Most of you have probably seen it. The Jackal, yes, Jackal scared the shit out of me. That made you laugh? No, he scared me. He scared the poop out of me. That movie was really underrated. It didn't really have any big actors in it, I think was the reason why. I don't know. I thought it was great. Yeah, 13 Ghosts was a good horror movie back in the day. It's just like the Jackal and the Juggernaut. Yeah, all of the ghosts, all 13 of the ghosts have names and they all have a backstory. You just gotta watch. It's very scary. There's a reason there's 13. Just watch it. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it. It's really old. It came out when I was like in high school, I think. But it's great. I had the dude that played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. It had, yes, it did. Yep. The Mama and the Big, isn't he like the repair, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. He's a repair dude. The Mama and the Big Fat Man Baby. Yeah, they didn't really scare me because they didn't do anything. They just like sat there and were ghosts, but they were creepy. The Jackal was the rapist predator, so put his head in a cage. Yeah, that one scared the shit out of me. I don't like the Conjuring movies. They really don't scare me at all, and I don't know why. They're entertaining. I guess I shouldn't say I don't like them. They're entertaining, but they don't scare me.
If you're ever in a bind, just give me a holler. I'll help however I can. Indeed, indeed.
Yep, Shannon Elizabeth. And then who was the girl?
Let you get back to it.
Who's the main chick that shows up and like tries to stop them or whatever? What's her name? She's in a lot of movies. She's like a side character in a million movies. She was Miss Honey from Matilda. If you guys have ever seen Matilda, Miss Honey, the teacher, is like one of the main people in it, and she's really good too. And
but truly, if I can take anything off your plate,
the Skeleton Key
hesitate
was
to
so
let me
good. It didn't scare me, but I loved it. I was very entertained. I love Skeleton Key. Her, yes. I love Matilda too. She's in it. It's got a good cast. You guys should watch it. 13 Ghosts. If you haven't seen it, it's old. I'm sure you can find it for free somewhere on the internet. I mean, definitely pay for it. But for free on the internet, probably. Skeleton Key was really, really good. I don't want to spoil it. I can't even tell you like the plot without completely spoiling it, so I'm not going to. Don't ask. No plot spoilies. Ooh, blue stuff. Yep. She's also in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the Americanized movie. She's in that as well. She's like his what? I think she's his wife. The main guy. James Bond. See, I don't know anybody's names. I only know what they've been in. It's terrible.
What is it? Sorry, I've got a cold.
Bone Collector? God, I hadn't seen that in years. Daniel Craig, thank you. I love Daniel Craig.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wow, thank you so much.
I shouldn't have used that because she had full motivation, but whatever. Oops. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone possible. Why is this person glowing? I always forget Alan Rickman's name, so I'll refer to him as Snape.
Professor, I picked this up, but... Oh, hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it?
Excuse me?
Thanks, Professor. This is great.
A glowing stone. Ooh. I bet that's what the two girls want. That's what them bitches want from me. How the fuck do I leave this horrible place? Lady Rhea, don't look me in the eyes. Hans Gruber, get it right! I know it's bad. I should know his fucking voice. Where the fuck? Who the F am I supposed to talk to over here? Church makes me nervous. Raise your hand if you've sinned today. Wow! Oh, ballies. Volleyball ball sacks. Got pretty confusing when I was watching Supernatural with my boyfriend because the guy who played Dean in Gilmore Girls was the little brother Sam, and I kept calling him Dean, and my boyfriend was like, no, the other one is Dean. Oh, I know. I watched Gilmore Girls after I watched Supernatural. It did the same to me.
Hello, Professor. What's that you've got there? Would you mind trading it with me for this? Oh, thank you so much. I'll be sure to take great care of it.
Path of Dawn.
Did you find? Oh, this is.
Fruit preserves. You're welcome.
Did you? Oh, I'm already having so much.
Fuck off. You said you would do anything for me. You lied. She said she would do anything. All right. I'm calling it there. I'm really fucking tired. We've been streaming for almost 7 hours straight. My ass hurts, my back hurts, and I need to go walk around or something. But what a fucking good stream. I had a lot of fun today. This game is so fucking fun. I'm obsessed with it.